Welcome to part 3 of your walkthrough of iOS and iPadOS 26 Beta 6. We're covering even more deep changes, known issues, and developer enhancements, starting with journaling suggestions. In this release, journaling suggestions can now sync over iCloud between your iPhone and iPad. Smart notifications will recommend optimal journaling times based on your routine. The API now includes scene classification and improved grouping logic like holidays and celebrations. Still, if you delete journaling data from iCloud, it might reappear. The workaround? Disable journaling suggestions before deleting. Next, keyboard fixes. Apple fixed missing keys for Korean 10-key, Japanese, and Chinese layouts. The return key now works properly when rotating devices. Landscape mode still has alignment bugs for search bars and safe areas. In lock screen improvements, the time tint control is now more accessible, and overlapping widget issues have been fixed. However, camera launches from the lock screen might still fail, and devices won't auto-sleep if the passcode UI is left open. Mail improvements include better dark mode handling, but on iPad, search results may display a blank column unless the user types in the search field. In Maps, pinned places might display the wrong icon, and curated guides don't scroll in landscape. For CarPlay, some vehicles can't start navigation unless you switch to a different input device. In Messages, translated messages now retranslate correctly after editing. However, poll compatibility is still lacking for older devices, and conversation details expansion can cause the conversation list to collapse. Metal 4 support is officially enabled. Shader validation is more stable, but ray tracing pipelines might still cause issues. In MetriKit, Apple fixed issues delivering disk space usage reports. Network Extension has deprecated weak VPN encryption standards. Algorithms like DES, SHA-1, and older DH groups are no longer supported. NSLog now redacts dynamic string data in log output for added security. Object Capture gets a new algorithm that improves 3D reconstructions of low-texture objects, automatically downloaded in the background. Order tracking in Wallet now pulls tracking updates directly from merchant emails. The passcode screen bug for alphanumeric codes has been resolved. In Photos, creating a new social group might cause old ones to disappear. Just relaunch the app to fix. Also, searching in the Photos picker causes crashes. Apple recommends searching in the Photos app instead. Reality Kit and Reality Composer now correctly animate portal components and particle effects. SwiftUI integration and sorting logic for portals have improved. Search crashes have been resolved via an over-the-air update. From a security perspective, iOS 26 now defaults to TLS 1.2 or higher for app network requests. In shortcuts, the titles of messages actions are now shown correctly. In the simulator, Siri and messages no longer crash, and preview now opens reliably. Siri's knowledge queries no longer pull from outdated ChatGPT data. Software updates now reserve only the space needed, fixing earlier over-reservation issues. StoreKit adds one-time as a new payment mode and supports signed promotional offers via SwiftUI APIs. Subscription logic and transaction reliability have been fixed. In Swift Charts, Apple introduced Chart 3D, allowing for 3D data visualizations powered by Reality Kit. The Swift compiler still crashes when initializing UI symbol content transition in some cases. Now, SwiftUI, one of the biggest update sections, control size is now comparable. New view modifiers improve form alignment, section footers, segmented pickers, and writing direction. Navigation link rendering is optimized for performance. Dozens of gesture bugs, popover crashes, and layout issues have been fixed. One important note: text concatenation using plus is now deprecated in favor of interpolation. TextKit 2 now correctly respects paragraph alignment and indentation for right-to-left languages. UIKit also got big fixes. Search bar input issues are resolved. Navigation item glitches with search controllers are mostly patched. UI search bar no longer duplicates its text field instance unexpectedly. Wallpapers improvements include better widget previews and color behavior. But device-specific wallpapers may still be missing. For watchOS 26, apps may not install via the Watch app. Use Xcode instead. Finally, weather app tip buttons now function, and web apps added to home screen load correctly. That wraps up part 3 of your full walkthrough. You're now fully briefed on iOS and iPadOS 26 Beta 6. Thanks for sticking with us.